once again.
Harold, why you had that look on me?
Because I had
20 seconds.
Hold on.
You got a problem with that?
Eat.
That's a problem.
10 seconds.
96.3 WHUR. I'm trying to go in and around the DMV. Lego!
All right. Did you see the big announcement today at 9 a.m.?
9 a.m.
From House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
Stuttery.
Okay, well, so she said...
Nervous Nancy.
So that's what the president called her. He said she was having a nervous breakdown.
The president is a bully.
A nervous fit. Anyway,
But
House
sometimes
Speaker Nancy Pelosi has instructed the Judiciary Committee to proceed with drawing up these articles of impeachment against this sitting president, President Donald Trump.
Why does she seem so shaky about it, though? Why
Because I
doesn't
think
she
it's a huge
deliver
thing.
it
Now-
with the power? Yes, we're doing this.
Because
she was like...
Remember that at the beginning, she didn't even want to do this.
Yes.
I think she feels like, she was forced to do this because it's so egregious in her opinion and the opinion of the Democrats. But maybe she knows this might not mean anything at the end of the day.
I think that was her gut the whole time.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically, nutshell, she said that he abused his power for his personal political benefit, engaged in abuse of power, undermining our national security, jeopardizing the integrity of our elections, among other things. So we'll see where this goes, but it's going down.
Yes, it is going down, but it's translated to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I know. Okay, big changes in Montgomery County as far as the school calendar goes. Now, the governor had put in that kids would go back in the county after Labor Day, citing tourism, really, so it's good for the state, it's good for families or what have you. Well, now that has been overruled by the Maryland General Assembly. So kids in Montgomery County will head back to class next year before Labor Day. The school year will look like August 31st to June 16th. Here's the thing, though. Spring break, now 2 weeks. So that's interesting, right? 2 weeks, including, and it'll bookend by the weekend. So 5 days bookend, blah, blah, blah. And 2 schools, Arcola and Roscoe R. Nix Elementary School, they're going to start in July. They're pushing the envelope on, innovative education. So that's a really early start. And let's stick with the kids because it's all about the kids. In Northern Virginia, Planned Science Center is getting $10 million in donations to jumpstart construction there. It's going to be called the Children's Science Center. It'll be an extension, actually, of the Richmond-based Science Museum of Virginia. It's expected to open in Sterling. And they think it'll draw like 300,000 visitors a year.
Is it me? Doesn't it seem like every day Virginia's getting more money in something?
Yeah.
Well,
like there's always money going to Virginia, right? Education, housing.
In the scheme of things, though, $10 million for a science, that doesn't seem like a whole lot.
Oh,
right?
Well, aren't you the party pooper? Well, I'll take it back then. All right, fine.
Please do.
That's in and around the DM to the V. Don't forget, we got comedian Ari Spears coming through. We got another comedian coming through. Also, Schuler King. If you're on social media, he's got over 100 million plus on Facebook alone. Mm-hmm. He's a funny guy. He's going to join us too. Also, 440, a chance for you to win right here on WHUR.
96.3. We're so excited.
Home up in the show.
Hey man, tease. Don't forget, we're on. No cussing, Harold.
Oh, that's right.
Too late for me.
How about that?
So we can get
Her brand went down the toilet.
and then we'll have to come back to George again to get a clean copy. If not, just have him go live. We'll do that live. That may end up having to be the draw if they can't get that.
Shanji, what happens if it's live and it does that again?
Baby, what? Do
It'll
what?
just pop. It'll just pop on air. So it may have. So if you can't get through the Comrex or the line, maybe through the phone line, like a landline phone line.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know something? That's a bad boy right there.
Mm-hmm.
What?
John?
Me? Oh, thank you.
You was bad.
Give him his flowers. Give him his flowers while he's alive.
Some red carnations up in there.
Those would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Give him his flowers.
Yeah, you gotta know about that.
He's well. You know what I like about Sean? He's well trained. He always says thank you. Like he says thank you. Like that's Big Mama right there. No, not fighting. No, Harold knows the deal. It's not fighting. It's
Bring Marvin back up.
If I hear this phrase one more time.
who are you? Can believe that?
That's what he means.
Shula.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? Allison Marc.
Now Shula.
Hi, Allison.
It's a big deal.
Shula's a big deal. He is a big deal. Yeah.
I watch him on social
bit.
media all the
Yeah.
time.
You see, you watch the King?
I do the news, but you
Take me to Shula King.
Come on, man.
Gentlemen, y'all rolled up like y'all was on a caper though, for real though. Shula, were you driving?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
What do you
What
mean?
you doing driving?
I
What
see
you
y'all
mean?
later.
Why am I
I was looking at them backup skills. I was like, okay,
He's a big
you
freak.
did a good job. You did a good job.
Good job, brother. I've driven in multiple
I was just
cities,
checking.
man.
You
I'm
from,
comfortable.
where you from, Buford? How you doing?
Nah, something.
Don't be trying to get no attitude. Okay,
Nah,
something.
Oh no, ain't nothing wrong with Buford now.
Y'all from, okay, so y'all came up.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
Now, you know, we love South Carolina. Allison spent her summers. Her people are from South Carolina.
My people are Charleston.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was at Columbia for a graduate degree in the
That's
early
close to
90s. In the early
Well, you know, I worked in Charleston. I worked at Z93. I worked down there back in the day.
Okay. So yeah, I know Buford. I got love for Buford. Buford got some serious history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I read up on a couple things. Robert Smalls from Buford, South Carolina.
Okay, look at you,
Who was
son.
in my family? Who was in my family?
Oh, he was in your family? Okay. What is that like? Your great cousin?
No, he was like, he married one of my, you know, and.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I read about it.
He's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And that
They need to
could
see a
be
movie
an
about
amazing
him.
movie. That's the one that stole the boat,
Yeah.
stole the ship.
I want to play him.
There you go.
Was he short?
He was kind of chubby, I think.
I can get chubby.
But you know
I was
what?
chubby like early last year. I was chubby.
What's funny is from your videos, though. You know, when you walked in,
I look tall. Yeah, I look taller than you. I look like 6'5". Yeah. Everybody say that. So I'm over here.
This is you. Yeah.
Something's closer to Columbia, right?
Yeah, 45 minutes east.
So y'all don't have the Geechee. Y'all don't know about Geechee accent. And all that
Nah,
stuff.
man. See, our accent is a little different.
Yeah,
I
some-
can't even explain it. I don't.
So, because I didn't notice it. I know the Gullah accent. But
Yeah, but nah, we don't do the gullah.
Y'all kind of uppity accent.
Nah, we ain't uppity.
Y'all
trust me.
uppity Columbia and
Y'all
something.
Let me tell you something.
Y'all up country. Right.
A something accent is way like that is like.
Okay, I just heard a little bit.
yeah,
Wade, I heard Wade.
Yeah.
Did you hear it, man?
Mom
It's
was saying
Wade. I heard it.
something accent is like it's different. Like if I was to say like I don't know, like if I get mad, it's like hey bo. Yeah, like oh yeah. So that's different. That's
Because I used to be so much. My baby hates when I do my South Carolina.
We're married.
But I
Oh
do.
yeah, wow.
Boy,
Okay.
they said, boy, that boy Mark Clark, no, he ain't about on it. That's what they said
Yeah,
about
now,
me.
see that's the gullah. That's the
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, she telling you you're not.
She does it too.
Okay.
Yep. This is gonna be one segment.
Oh, you said
Sean, don't
we.
interrupt us, one.
I know we. Sean look like you from down there, don't he?
Yeah, he do. He look like he from around the corner.
I heard it at we.
Right. Yeah, it slips out. It
Okay,
slips
I didn't
out.
know that because I thought I just assumed because Columbia you really don't hear it at all, right?
Yeah,
People in
see,
Columbia.
Columbia's
I like
because there's so
Columbia.
many like I guess Columbia's like more of a business. You be 2 hours from you're an hour away from Charlotte, and you got so many people from all over the world coming to Columbia.
Yeah.
So it's different.
That's true. And
Yeah,
the college
it's, like,
town
it's the
there.
capital there. It's a little different. It's, but something, everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
All
they're
right.
already
Here we go, Sheila.
it's already in the codes.
Okay.
So,
Bun B, what's going on, brother?
All right, ready?
and Sheila, when you shout out your thing, just say
My fame?
your online piece.
Oh,
Sister
okay.
Club's not advertising.
Yeah.
At the at the end when we say you're in town, say go to my social media,
Okay.
see what I'm doing. Since you guys aren't advertising.
So do you go by Frank in real life or no?
I mean, my family calls me that.
Okay, so we go with Schuler.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the king.
Yeah. I know you're the king. I'm just asking.
That's fine. Meeting and funeral.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
What do you know?
96.3 WHUR Afternoons with Allison and Mark in the studio. One of social media's kings.
Yes.
Okay. Over a million.
It's already a comedian here, Mark.
Over
Please.
1,000,005 on Facebook alone. Schuler King, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on, man?
Oh, see, because I was spoiled. I kind of wanted you to start with your catchphrase.
Oh, anybody want to tell me? Okay, yeah. Thank you.
So when's the first time that you said that and it like took off?
Fire.
on
I
social media?
don't even know. Like it was something that I was saying. I didn't even know that I was really saying it.
Until you
And
recorded
it just
yourself.
kept coming out. Like,
So tell me
started,
again with the phrase.
Is anybody want to tell me?
So did it take off on Facebook first? Did it take off on what social media did it take off?
Took off on Facebook first. Facebook like my biggest platform. The first one was Facebook, and I just kept saying it. And then next thing you know, I was like, you know what? Let me trademark this.
Yeah.
Ah, you trademarked it.
Yeah, that ain't my
wow.
It's
And
the University of
King.
South Carolina,
Oh, yeah.
Gamecock education.
Oh, well, you guys share that, right?
Yes,
You know,
I love
hey,
it.
man, I've been doing comedy for a long time, and I know things can get tricky.
Right.
So Schuler,
You mean people can steal your stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so some people say, oh, he's an internet comedian. You
So,
are a comedian and an internet comedian.
I've been doing stand-up comedy over 15 years.
There you go. Okay, so you're a vet then.
So, and then the social media thing just kind of took off in February 2018.
Here we go. I'm writing this down. 2000.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Right there.
That's a lot, man. And 1.5 million later.
Yeah, and it's over 350,000 on Instagram. You know, yeah. So
I love.
you know.
He's an influencer.
Yeah, and 215 on YouTube right now.
Look at this.
So, but even with all those followers and with your brand of comedy, not a lot of comics come out of Sumter, South Carolina.
No,
Right?
No, it's a lot of comics, but they don't
But
come out. they stay. But you know what? Now that I'm making some headway and stuff on the national, international stage, you're gonna hear more from cats that come from around my way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not the kind of person to just be like, oh, it's just me. Nah,
Right.
man. If anybody who I know that got it and they got that that kind of talent.
Oh, look at there.
Hey, man, yeah, why
come
not?
on
If
with
I
me.
can help,
I
come
got
on.
you. Okay.
Absolutely.
And so, if people have never seen your videos, like you'll take there's a video of a mother praying at the holidays, praying, and it looks like her grandson fell out
Right.
during the prayer, but it didn't stop the prayer.
Yeah.
And so you'll be a split screen, and you'll just your expression is what people I think probably love. Your expression, your eyes, and then
It's
of course
the
what you
eyes,
say.
man. Everybody but it's stuff that I don't know that I'm doing. Like I'll be just expressing my honest self, and next thing you know, it's just the eyes. They be like, man, sometimes people they comment and be like, man, I'm listening to this with the sound off, and like I'm at work, I'm just looking at your face and looking at your eyes, and like I'm dying laughing right now.
Okay.
I'm just like I'm gonna listen to it after I get off work.
So what's really funny to you then? Like when you see something, what's that thing that you're like, okay, this is hilarious?
Nothing. No, I don't know. It's just stuff that I see.
Yeah.
I find a lot of stuff. Life in general is funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I can just look at a lot of stuff. But then at the same time, certain things can happen, and because God gave me a natural talent, I can make certain things funny.
Right.
I see, but it's not me trying. I can see funny in a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't see as funny, and then but I can't do that on social media though.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, because a lot of people get offended.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially with me being in the funeral business too.
And you really are in the funeral business?
I'm a licensed funeral director
Are
in
you serious?
South Carolina.
I thought it was a joke.
Nah. My family owns Williams Funeral Home in Sumter, South Carolina.
Oh, this plug right here. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're in town. You're actually a couple different places. How can they go find you online so they can find out what you're doing?
Facebook is Comedian Schuler King. You spell Schuler, that's S as in snake, H as in hello, ULERKING. Facebook, you go to my events. All of my shows are listed. Instagram, I just put up a post about me. I'm gonna be at the DC Comedy Loft all weekend. We got one show tonight, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. That's DC Comedy Loft, not a DC Improv, not nothing else. DC Comedy Loft. Go to DC Comedy Loft website. They got my picture up there. I'll be there. Trust me. And people, I get a lot of love in DC. If anybody's never been to my show, trust me. If you enjoy my videos, the show is 10 times better.
Schuler King joining us,
Yes.
also funeral director. We bury him and make you laugh at the same damn time.
That's right.
A
Kill
brother
him at the
of-
show, bury him at the church.
A brother of Omega Sci-Fi.
Okay, you getting all the stuff in.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
You printed out my whole
Oh, yeah,
bio.
You
we
got
got
all
you
your
right
check
here. We
marks.
got you right
That's
here.
right. Shout out
Only
to
because I'm a Delta, that's why I'm
Okay,
like,
sorry.
okay,
Oh,
right.
Lord, here we go.
Omega Sci-Fi, that's where I crossed that.
That's all
And
right.
yes, I'm on the Alpha Chapter campus, so you know what I mean. If there's anybody out there listening, bruhs, come on to the radio
Oh,
station.
I love it.
Schuler, thanks so much, man. Continued success, brother. Schuler King, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
All right, man.
Thank you. Let's get some photos.
I ain't
Boom.
taking no damn pictures. Let's get the hell out.
Your man's coming through, man. Eric Spears is supposed to be coming through, too.
Yeah, he's,
Oh, today?
right there.
Oh, he's here, too?
In the lobby.
Oh, in the lobby? Okay. You guys know each other?
Nah, I never met Eric. Where is he performing at? Is he performing here?
He's in improv.
Oh wow.
Are you guys comedians, too?
Nah, this is my brother.
Crew.
This is my shooter. It's the,
Oh, you shoot it? What?
Yeah. We got to get the body somehow.
They got funeral home. That's cold. That's the coldest. That's the coldest squad ever. Y'all put them away for real.
Yeah, it's cold in there. Some rooms.
Will you take over the business?
Everybody's
Yeah, well,
I mean, if you don't really.
prayerfully. No, I do. I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
DC based.
I've seen you before. Yeah.
Yeah.
I came here and dropped a couple flyers and CDs off in the past.
Somebody should do a whole
I've seen you before.
documentary on black funeral homes.
I plan on doing.
Especially before the Asians take it over out here. That's in the
Nah, they ain't taking this one.
They trying, huh?
The Asians?
The Asians are coming to the game, ain't they? In some cities they are.
Yeah, well, they can stay the hell away from us.
I mean, wait, you need to get right here.
You know, I'm like, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, let's throw up.
Oh my God.
Don't want to be sets and shit.
Throwing up sets.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I look like a deacon. You layman, that man.
Let's go it. Okay.
I'm gonna say Sean Cameron acting up.
He done took 3 selfies.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
Sean ordering a damn pizza. We trying.
Actually, it did take it. It just didn't show me that it took it.
Oh, okay.
Sean, you tired. Take your nose ring out.
Didn't I hear the camera click? I heard the camera click.
Yeah.
The phone click.
No, that's what I was fucking. Take your nose ring out and try it again. No. Nose ring bringing you bad luck, Sean.
Hey, continue success,
Thank you so much
man.
for coming in.
The king.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in.
I'm gonna lock you in. I got you, Mark.
Yes, please lock me in.
How do you
Then,
driving?
Anytime you
Y'all driving back?
Throw that
when you,
car right
I'm
there.
talking about like back up the road. Okay, so you just
I'm living in
you were
DC.
here. You're South Carolina.
Yeah, I'm in Columbia.
Okay, okay. All right. I love Columbia. I can live in Columbia.
You know what? I too. Like,
No?
if
You,
you're talking about retiring,
yeah, I can live in Columbia.
Yeah.
We want to slow down all the way. I'm gonna swing by 30. Ain't no brother. I can't even stay
You
long.
guys want to see
I don't even know if they're even
tree?
Thurkill Hall should be.
You put it out there, man. Put a call to the brothers.
That's why I just text one of my brothers. I was that's here.
They,
I was
they
like,
put a
yo,
call on your line.
Call
I
on
don't
the
know
line.
anybody who's here out like from this.
And we old, so they'd be like, "What is it now?"
Yeah, exactly. Somebody gonna tell me. If I drive around, you know, somebody gonna tell me. I can. Ain't no brother on the hall. Huh?
I don't know if they're like.
Oh, they got in trouble.
Nah, you know,
I'm
no.
at Hampton. They're not at Hampton right now. So
You know how
I
y'all
don't
be doing, Sheila. Y'all be, you know how y'all be doing.
But you know what about? Do you know where it is on the campus? It's on the. It's on the main. Probably it's on the main squad. And have you been on the campus before?
Nah, this is my first time.
Here, Bobby will know, right? I hear Bobby.
Yeah,
Bobby knows everything.
because we're kind of. Oh, I would definitely go see it though.
Yeah, I mean, before I leave.
Yeah.
All right, let me holler there.
Hold on, man. I'll get Bobby real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, you need
I
to
think
go.
he's mellowed a little bit.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
Yeah. I don't know. He's got some work though.
That don't mean shit.
That's true. Well, here we go. So
Not unless you grow iron in your jaw.
Right.
What's up? Harry Spears. How you doing, man?
How you doing? How you been?
Good, man. Okay, all right, cool. You still waiting on him?
I know. You can hit Bobby. I want Bobby. You want to find out what the Q tree.
This is Aries Spears.
You can get Bobby to come back. He wants to find out what the Q tree is. I'm sure Bobby knows where it is. You know where it is, Sean? Mr. Spears, thank you so much, man.
Yes, I know your day is busy. This is your seat.
I'm gonna hit Bobby right now and see if he can come.
You guys have any water?
I'll get you some.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm gonna get a cup. I'm gonna get you a cup, a fresh cup.
Oh, fresh cup?
But I don't want you. I don't know. You cool with that?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we gotta.
Like one of them water machines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to be like,
Nah, man, I'm
I got my suit on, so you can trust me.
it's all good,
So
baby.
Aries needs to get out by 4. I said we'll be way done by that. Yeah.
You know what? Do you know? Are you familiar with the campus?
All right now.
All right, keep busy. Yep, so as soon as Mark comes back.
Okay. You knock it out.
Yeah.
You've been running since this morning.
No, all I did was your show.
And that's okay. That's
Yeah. What was Kevin Durant's mother promoting?
just she and Kevin Durant. And what was she promoting?
That's what we was trying to figure out.
I know she has a foundation. I don't know. That she's the real MVP. That's a really good person.
So, yeah. So
Did you want me?
Hmm?
This is our producer, Sean G. Aries Spears. Yes. Aries, is that your real first name or is that your
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
Is it really?
Sounds
So are
good
you
on
an
the
Aries?
phone. Give me
When's
just
your
one second.
April 3rd.
I'm 16.
My daughter's 16.
Aww. How old is she?
19.
Okay. Wait. Our daughter, we're married. And our oldest will be 19 this month. Yeah. It's
Actually,
weird, right? Like she's another. It's weird.
Hey, Alan, George, call me real quick while we're waiting for Mark.
Okay.
We'll knock it out.
Oh, sure, okay.
We'll just go there and get that done.
Okay.
All right. Hey, George.
Yeah.
All right. We seem to have got you on. We'll go ahead and knock this out real quick.
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
George, Aries Spears is in the studio. This is George Wilborn.
Hey, George, what's happening, baby?
What up, baby? How you feel, boy?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Man, you know it's love, dog. How's everything?
You know, I could complain, but I won't.
Don't do it, bro. Good to hear your voice always, dude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing? Where you at?
I'm good. I'm in New York, but I'm about to make a move to Atlanta.
Oh, I just left Atlanta.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was there.
Where you went back to LA?
No, I'm in D.C. now.
Are you serious? I just left DC.
Look at that, man. You know how we roll.
I know, right?
Yeah.
My man, yeah, DC ain't what it used to be. Ain't no more Tracker City, baby.
Well, you know, it ain't what it used to be, but it's better than a lot of places I've been to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Including the old DC.
Yeah. Well, brother, you be good, man.
Thanks, man. You too, brother.
All right, brother. Love.
You know it.
So you want to try to knock it out?
Yeah.
Go ahead, baby. Try to knock out George.
Okay. 96.3 WHUR. 96.3 WHUR Afternoons with Allison Marc. On the line, the stress reliever.
George Wilborn. What's up, George?
What up, Allison Marc? It's been so good to hear you guys again. Welcome to Wilborn's World. I'm the stress reliever, George Wilborn. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Just a few weeks away. Just a few weeks away when we'll be, giving those toys out. Some of us still have little ones, Mark and Allison, I don't know if you're still buying toys, but some of us are,
I still have a baby. She's 15. Okay, go ahead.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. So in lieu of Throwback Thursday, I want to flash back and throw back to some toys that we grew up with. None of this new age stuff. Some of the toys that we know will go down in the test of time as some of the best toys in the world. Your kids need to have these. Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
Amen.
They need to find out what Rock'em Sock'em Robot is all about, okay? And sure, one of them, the red or the blue, will always have a defect in the spring or the neck. So, if you pick the wrong one, you'll always be getting your box knocked off. But nevertheless, fun toy. A Slinky, that wonderful toy made for a girl or a boy, but was not made for more than 4 hours of fun because that joker get tangled up so bad that it'll take the next Christmas to get it out. And did you know that Slinkies cannot walk down black stairs?
I wondered what that was. Yeah.
The slink.
Yeah.
The
That's on
slink.
commercial.
Right.
That's on commercial right there. Yes. The other thing is Uno cards. Uno cards for hours and hours of laughter, fun, and argument. So black people have added at least 50 different rules to this game, all right? Now, here's a few free games, all right, that cost absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Rock teacher. All you need is 2 people, a flight of stairs, and a rock.
Seems simple.
Hopscotch.
Got it. Okay.
All you need is 1 person, a sidewalk, and a rock. And I will be remiss, Allison, without throwing in the Easy Bake Oven for the girls. Easy Bake Oven.
Loved
Right?
it. Loved
They
it.
still work, and my mom took the Thanksgiving dinner in it one time when our gas got cut off. So they she would have cooked a cake with the light bulb blew out. Nevertheless, it's a great, great gift. And last but certainly not least, the biggest toy of all, the toy that won't fit under a tree, but all of us played with more than any toy we ever got. You know what that toy is?
What's that?
Outside. So get y'all butts outside and go play. I don't know how you see it, but that's how I see it in Wilborn's world.
Thanks, George.
Thank
the stress
you.
reliever.
You got it, guys.
Well, thanks, man.
You know it.
Thanks, George.
Later, Harry.
All right, baby.
So you gotta take care of your voice for tonight, brother.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be all right.
You need some like hot. You need like.
No, I'm good, man. I'm just old.
Are you a Starbucks? You don't sound like a Starbucks. Are you a Starbucks guy? You don't sound like a
No,
Starbucks
not at
guy.
all. Not at all.
Are you a coffee? You don't even like a coffee
I don't.
guy.
No, I don't do coffee.
Just harsh. You just alcohol.
I do vodka. Yeah.
A hot toddy when you sick.
Yeah,
The most
yeah.
I can see. Put a little honey in it and then take a nap. I'll be back.
All right, and we'll get started ready.
We're gonna do Aries live at 3:50.
96.3 WHUR.
Oh.
This is Allison Marc on the line.
Oh, we're gonna record it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Everything to get out by 4.
Okay. 96.3 WHUR afternoon with Allison Marc in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Ari Spears has arrived.
What's happening, baby?
Ari, one of the finest comedians
That's right.
of his generation.
Well, thank you, sir.
I was just thinking, Ari, you know what? I think people don't understand how long you've been doing this. Like you like Kobe. Like you came to the league really young.
Yes, almost
right?
out of high school.
And so a lot of times when you say things, people be like, but like you really didn't influence a lot of people because you were like 16. So a lot of these guys who are like in their, even your age, your peers, you started like 8 years before that.
Yeah, I started when I was 14 and did
What?
Def Jam when I was
Killed it.
16 and Showtime at the Apollo. I was 17. It's amazing. I was watching that documentary on HBO that they're doing now on the Apollo. And it just hit me because it was like, man, I remember I was 17 years old and had touched that stage. So it's like when you think of all the legends from Aretha Franklin to James Brown and Luther Vandross that have blessed that building, I was a part of that. So, here I am, 30 years.
I was thinking about you, man. I was this new movie, The Irishman.
Yes.
I'm seriously. Why was I thinking about Ari Spears? You know why? Because
All the voices.
because Pacino and De Niro were in there.
Yeah.
And one of your classic scenes is from Heat.
Yes.
Have you seen The Irishman?
I just saw it this weekend, and I'm going to talk about it.
You break it down some
I'm
scenes?
going to break it down on my podcast. It's weird. Long story short, it wasn't bad. But it wasn't. I don't even mind long when it's good.
Yeah.
That movie was a half an hour longer than the Avengers Endgame, and I love that from beginning to end. So I don't care about length; just be good.
Yeah.
It was good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
It should have been amazing.
Yes.
It should have been
Given the
Pacino,
cast.
De Niro, come on.
Pacino, Harvey Keitel.
Yes.
It was very subtle.
It was very subtle.
Very subtle.
So I'm gonna break that. Yeah, I'm gonna break that down on the Spears and Steinberg podcast.
Love it.
AKA The Jew and the Jerk. Available on Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, and Spearsburg.com. And it's free.
The Jew and the Jerk, that's the name of it?
Yes.
Which one are you?
I could be both.
Okay.
I could be both.
So,
It depends on my mood.
So I have loved you since Mad TV because I work at the local Fox station. Hello, thanks for being on this morning. But so tell me about that. Like, when was that in your journey? How old were you when you were doing that?
I got on that cast when I was 22.
Okay, so still really young though.
Yeah. And then I was there for 8 years. And it's like everything else in this journey. It's another stepping stone. You know what I mean?
Was it good for you?
Yes, it was. I can't say that it wasn't. I mean, if I hadn't done it, I certainly don't think I'd be where I'm at now.
It made you a household name.
Yeah.
Right.
And kind of established me in the comedy world outside of stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was a blessing to have.
But
I would have rather had Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But again, Aries, look, brother, I'm gonna tell you, I feel for you, brother.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Because I think
Mark's
Aries
balling up his fist.
I think Aries is misunderstood. Like
Very.
Aries Spears can do De Niro, Pacino, Arnold Schwarzenegger, but then
You said
Nigger, sorry.
Schwarzenegger.
But then come back and give you a live versus bars
Yeah.
from like 8 different rappers and kill them.
So does that mean he's a genius? That's
He
what
is
we're
a
saying.
genius. So
I
I
mean,
think I think
we're letting
starting
you know.
early in the game,
Yes.
Aries,
Yes.
I think that's kind of what it is. And you don't want to say I'm a genius. Hey, y'all, I'm a genius, but you are. And it's, I
Well,
think
thank you.
I think a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no. Let me be more matter.
Let me
of
calm
fact.
down. Let me
No,
calm
no,
down.
no,
First,
no,
let me
be
calm
more
down.
matter of fact. Besides all of that, which is thank you, the impressions and the rapping and I get very intellectual with my stand up.
Right.
And sometimes I'm too truthful. And in a game called Hollywood, that's not for us
Preach.
or by us.
All right.
I've said things in interviews, Vlad TV or Comedy Hype, where I talk about the game, and I've always shot straight from the hip, and let me be blunt, white folks don't like that.
Yeah.
So I tend to say things and do things that make them have to kind of step back from me. Now, depending on how you look at that in perspective, some people might say that's not a smart thing. But I also don't let show business define my happiness. So whatever it is that I'm searching for and a means to be happy, if it's supposed to be about cars and homes and an extravagant lifestyle, who wouldn't want that? But that doesn't define my happiness. I'm not to say that I'm satisfied with just having a roof over my head and being able to feed my kids and pay the mortgage. But I want to kind of do things my way. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Let me say this. It seems like some people get a pass with that. It seems
Of course
like,
they do.
You know what I mean?
Of course they do.
So,
and when you say they, are we talking about the mayonnaise people?
Well, I'm actually talking about some black comedians
Right.
who talk about, white folks all day long. And, it's almost like they're a glutton for that kind of punishment. And so I'm surprised. Like, why do some people get a pass?
It's easier for you to get a pass once you've already attained a certain amount of stature.
Okay, there it is.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Dave Chappelle can say anything he wants because Dave Chappelle is the messiah
Going back
of comedy.
to Richard Pryor.
Well, yeah, Richard too. But again, Richard came up at a time where political correctness wasn't a thing, so he could say all that and be that blunt. And that's why Richard is held as kind of the god of comedy, because he set the template for that kind of comedy. I mean, when he came along, race was probably at its most trying time.
Right.
And so he was the first black guy to really dive into black-white comedy. Now everybody does it, but he was the one he was the blueprint. So that's why he's held in such high regards. So yeah, but that was a different time.
Yeah.
Now everybody's so PC sensitive that anything you say offends people.
Cancel culture.
So everybody's scared to be honest in a platform where you're supposed to be your most honest.
Well, Aries Spears is honest in his shows.
Yes.
Tonight.
Last night I popped into the Improv. And it wasn't my show, it was somebody else's. But I did a guest set, and let me just say, 3 white women walked out upset with me.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they obviously didn't know who I was. Because the fans that know you, they know what they in for.
Yeah.
But for the ones that didn't know me, it was a shock to the system.
Yeah.
These white women were looking at me like I was with OJ that night.
Right.
It got crazy.
Aries Spears in town. We're
At the Improv, DC Improv, tonight 1 show, Friday 2 shows. Saturday 3 shows, Sunday 1 show.
Oh, you working?
But a lot of the shows are selling out quickly, so tickets are limited. But yeah, come on through, hang out with your boy.
I'm coming to see one of these damn shows.
Please.
Aries Spears, one of those comedians you have to catch.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Aries, for stopping by.
And
Brother.
thank you, brother. And if I can, one more time, the Spears and Steinberg podcast, aka the Jew and the Jerk, available on all streaming platforms. And I'm only going to say this because I know some of y'all out there are slow. Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, Spearsburg.com, and iTunes.
Yes.
Aries Spears, ladies and gentlemen.
Aries Spears.
On WHUR.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Oh,
Thank y'all
good.
so much.
Look at the time. 54.
It was beautiful.
Boom.
I'm so sorry about that rain. I was in my watch. I was in my watch.
Oh, I thought that was Mark.
No, that was me. That was my watch.
Can you point me in the direction of that water machine?
Yes, sir.
Let us get it for you. Mark.
I'll walk with him.
I'm a fan. I'm a good fan.
All right.
And then Allison, you know,
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, for real.
I got a cold.
Yeah.
Seriously,
I
I'm
Okay.
glad to be
Like
here.
this.
I'm the one that
You don't know
I feel that you are for a
Oh,
while.
cool.
I went to Howard and I spent time at WHBC for a long time,
Okay.
the college radio over there.
Chris,
We're always here every day, 3 to 7.
Got it, guys.
All right, I'll let Allison know.
Okay, thank
You
you.
know it.
And did you meet our producer, Sean G?
Sean.
Okay, y'all have been talking today.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you so much.
That's
man.
right.
Like I told her, I'm a WHBC alumni. So I'm more than willing to drop folks off over here.
Awesome.
Okay.
Love it.
absolutely love it. All right.
Yay!
Thank God the interview went straight through, so it could just.
DMV, the stress reliever is here. With Allison Seymour and Mark Locke. Welcome to Wilborn's World with George Wilborn on 96.3 WHUR.
96.3 WHUR, news with Allison Marc. On the line, the stress reliever,
George Wilborn. What's up, George?
What up, Allison Marc? It's just so good to hear you guys again. Welcome to Wilborn's World. I'm the stress reliever, George Wilborn. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Just a few weeks away. Where we'll be, giving those toys out. Some of us still have little ones, Mark and Allison, I don't know if you're still buying toys, but some of us are,
I still have a baby. She's 15. Okay, go ahead.
There you go. So in lieu of Throwback Thursday, I want to flash back and throw back to some toys that we grew up with. None of this new age stuff. Some of the toys that we know will go down in the test of time as some of the best toys in the world. Your kids need to have these. Rock'em Robot.
Amen.
They need to find out what Rock'em Robot is all about, okay? And sure, one of them, the red or the blue, will always have a defect in the spring of the neck. So, if you pick the wrong one, you'll always be getting your box knocked off. But nonetheless, fun toy. A Slinky, that wonderful toy made for a girl or a boy, but was not made for more than 4 hours of fun because that jumper get tangled up so bad that it'll take the next Christmas to get it out. And did you know that Slinkies cannot walk down black stairs?
I wonder what that was. Yeah.
That's from a commercial.
Right.
That's from a commercial right there. Yes. The other thing is Uno cards. Uno cards. For hours and hours of laughter, fun, and argument. So black people have added at least 50 different rules to this game, all right? Now, here's a few free games, all right? That cost absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Rock teacher. All you need is 2 people, a flight of stairs, and a rock.
Seems simple.
Hopscotch.
Got it. Okay.
All you need is 1 person, a sidewalk, and a rock. And I will be remiss, Allison, without throwing in the easy bake oven for the girls. Easy bake oven. All right, they still work, and my mom put the Thanksgiving dinner in one time when my gas got cut off. So it's really, she would have picked the cake, put the light bulb throughout. Nevertheless, it was a great gift. And last but certainly not least, the biggest toy of all, the toy that won't fit under a tree, but all of us played with more than any toy we ever got. You know what that toy is?
What's that?
Outside. So get y'all butt outside and go play. I don't know how you see it, but that's how I see it in Wilborn's World.
Thanks, George. The stress reliever.
You got it, guys.
Well, thanks, man.
You know it.
Good afternoon. This report is sponsored by Lowe's as we cross into the city. Northbound delays on 395 stretch from the Pentagon up to the 3rd Street Tunnel. And then from South Capitol Street onto the 11th Street Bridge, we got a westbound delay from the Navy Yard to the Case Bridge.
Pros do it right by shopping at Lowe's to save on the supplies they need most from the brands they trust to get the job done. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
I'm Ed Rodriguez of traffic on 96.3 WHUR.
The holidays are here. Hi, I'm Riley, and this is my favorite time of year. Lots of toys and gifts, but I also get sad when I think about the many children who will go without. 96.3 WHUR is hosting its annual Children's Toy Drive Saturday, December 14th from noon to 5 p.m. at the shops at Iverson. It would be so nice if you dropped off a new unwrapped toy for a child in need. That way, all children in the DMV can have a joyous holiday. For details, visit WHUR.com.
When it comes to travel upgrades, everyone has their favorite. But there's one upgrade you can count on to make your trip better from the start. TSA PreCheck. Upgrade your travel with TSA PreCheck today to experience faster lines and a seamless process. Plus, you'll no longer have to remove your shoes, laptops, 311 belts, or light jackets. Enrollment is easy.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ari Spears has arrived.
What's happening, baby?
Ari, one of the finest comedians of his generation.
January 19th, it's Selena Johnson and the Woman Tour. Vocal powerhouse Vivian Green returns to Bethesda Blues and Jazz Supper Club Sunday, January 19th, and the SOS Band takes the stage Saturday, February 8th. Get your tickets to all shows at BethesdaBluesJazz.com. That's BethesdaBluesJazz.com, or call the box office at 240-330-4500. Spend Valentine's Day with your Valentine and Eddie Levert of the legendary OJ. Friday, February 14th, and Saturday, February 15th. Go to BethesdaBluesJazz.com for tickets. But they weren't funny, so.
Uncle Ed fell asleep in the eggnog again. Try hiding
Well, thank you, sir. Get over your girl being 80.
and watch the fun.
I was just thinking, Eric, you know what?
He lost some weight.
I think people don't understand how
long.
No, he doesn't.
Fun, festive holiday scratch-offs with prizes up to $100,000. Play them, give them, hide them.
Yeah, he can't. The timing, for his timing, he should have been bigger, you know? And it's kind of like, again, you know too much, you know?
This is the time of year to choose a package that's right for you and $100 back. Now
yes, or it's high school.
That's the thing, like when you know something about
family, friends, and their devices be no problem. That's another
he's came to
You'll
life.
also get the Emmy Award-winning voice remote.
And he kind of like is
Giving your family the easiest all
Yeah, I started when I was 14.
Which makes this deal a gift within a gift within a gift.
And you know, it's interesting how you look back like, the stands, you know what I mean? Little thin
For a
guy.
limited time, get $100 back on our most popular packages. Hurry, the Xfinity Beyond Black Friday event ends December 10th. So go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit an Xfinity store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. X1 double play and triple play customers only. 2-year